Welcome to the deep dive. We're plunging into some really fascinating and unexplained stuff today.
Yeah, things that really push the edges of what we think we know.
Exactly. We've got a whole stack of sources here. Strange lights in the sky, really bizarre personal experiences, even governments prepping for, like, cosmic impacts.
Quite the range.
It is. So our mission really is to unpack all this, pull out the key details, maybe see how things connect, and just help you navigate these sometimes kind of unsettling reports.
And we're sticking strictly to the source material we have, right?
Absolutely. Only what's in front of us. We'll start over Italy with some sky weirdness, then jump to Jamaica for something unique,
Okay.
and finish up looking at how big agencies are actually planning for threats from space. Sound good?
Let's dive in. It's interesting, I think, is just the sheer scale difference. Mass sightings, then something intensely private, and then this huge official response.
That's a great point. It covers the whole spectrum.
It really does.
Yeah.
Asks us to think about the unknown on all these different levels.
Okay, so first up, Italy. Leo Lombardi. There's this mysterious new photo taken September 2nd. Photographer named Geppi Filipponi.
Right, I saw that one.
And what you see is this. It's like a glowing, pearly, saucer-shaped thing just hanging there in the clouds. It's actually a beautiful picture, but causing some debate.
Understandably. So the reports mention different interpretations.
Yeah, some people are calling it like a spiritual thing,
Yeah.
an angel maybe, but others who apparently saw it describe something different.
More solid.
Exactly. Metallic, glowing, with a dome on top. You can kind of see that dome shape in the photo, sort of sitting in the cloud.
Because clouds don't usually glow like metal, right? The light seems to be coming from it.
That's the argument, yeah. Suggests something solid is generating the light, and there's apparently a second photo showing an orb nearby.
Yeah, near it, or maybe even coming from it, the source says.
What gets really interesting, though, is how this echoes back. Italy has history with this stuff.
Ah, you mean the Florence incident, 1954.
That's the one. An entire soccer stadium. Think about it, over 10,000 people. Game stops. Everyone just looking up.
October 27th, 1954. Yeah, the descriptions were, well, varied, but consistent in strangeness.
Right before halftime. Silence, then this huge roar. Players stopped playing. Witnesses said egg-shaped, Cuban cigar-shaped things moving overhead.
And wasn't there something about material falling?
Yes. Like silver glitter, one witness called it, floating down from the sky. Imagine seeing that.
That mass sighting, with thousands of people seeing the same thing, it really makes it hard to just dismiss as, a mistake or something psychological.
It does. It forces you to think about how society reacts when something truly inexplicable happens right out in the open.
And some of the witnesses, like that player Romolo Tui, even decades later were convinced.
Yeah, he said something like, we saw them directly and for real. Said everyone's talking about aliens and UFOs then.
The newspapers covered it too, this UFO wave apparently. It gives this new photo a lot more weight, maybe. Context, certainly.
It really does. But okay, how do we listeners sort of differentiate, between a shared sighting like Florence and maybe some kind of, mass hysteria? Does the source material help there?
Well, the sources mostly just present the observations. For 1954, they stress how many independent witnesses gave similar descriptions. For the new photo, it's the physical image itself.
Okay.
While sure, psychology always plays a part in how we see things, the sheer numbers in Florence, the matching details, it points pretty strongly towards something external that everyone was reacting to.
That makes sense. Okay, so from a huge public event,
Yeah.
let's shift gears completely. What happens when this stuff happens not in a stadium, but like in your bedroom?
Right, a total contrast.
We're going to St. Anne, Jamaica now. About a month ago, a guy named Raj Hazel wakes up, films what he actually calls a portal in his room.
A portal. Wow. What did it look like?
He described swirling objects just spinning around. Said he tried to touch them, but they just moved away.
Huh. Not insects, then.
He was very clear. Nope. No buzzing, no wings flapping, just his words, a bunch of swirly lights.
And then what happened?
Well, according to him, after he stopped filming, maybe a couple of minutes later, all these little lights came together, formed one big orb, and then flash. Gone.
Wow. How did you feel?
Terrified. He said he was terrified, which, you can imagine. How would you react?
Exactly. In your own room, something like that.
Yeah.
It's profoundly unsettling. Did he mention anything else?
Yeah, he said a friend knew an old guy over in Portland, Jamaica, so not far, who'd seen similar stuff in his room too.
So maybe not totally isolated.
And here's where it gets even broader. He mentioned, strange things happening in Jamaica generally this past year, and he linked it, or at least wondered about a link to CERN.
Ah, the Large Hadron Collider. Right,
Yeah.
smashing particles, looking for fundamental forces, simulating the Big Bang.
Yeah, and there's always been that talk, that speculation about whether CERN's work could theoretically mess with space-time, maybe open, well, portals or wormholes.
It's fringe science, but the ideas are out there. The source brings up how scientists have theorized about other dimensions, thousands maybe,
Oh.
and even the idea that maybe every black hole contains another universe. So while we absolutely cannot draw a direct line, the concept of a portal in that speculative scientific context,
It resonates with Raj Hazel's description in a weird way.
it does. It makes you wonder if our reality is, I don't know, more permeable than we think. Are the lines blurring between everyday life and something extraordinary?
It's a mind-bending thought. These sightings, whether mass events or super-personal ones, they really challenge our ideas of what's possible.
They absolutely do.
But okay, if that's not enough to stretch your brain,
Yeah.
think about how actual government agencies are now dealing with threats that used to be pure sci-fi.
Existential threats from space itself.
Right. Connecting the personal unknown to the sort of planetary unknown.
It's all about preparing for things we can't fully predict, isn't it? Whether it seems impossible or just statistically unlikely.
Yeah, exactly. Like asteroids. Remember that one that came super close recently?
Detected by that new warning system NASA's running, with telescopes all over.
That's it. And then there was that executive order from President Obama a while back about space weather.
Right, not just asteroids, but other things. Unknown objects, even stuff from our own sun.
Coronal mass ejections, yeah. Those huge bursts of energy that could theoretically fry our power grids for years.
So why all the focus now? That's the question the source touches on, right? This sudden public awareness, agencies working together.
Like NASA and FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, they're actually doing exercises together, planning for an asteroid hit.
A tabletop exercise, they called it,
Yeah.
simulating the whole process, how to track it, how to warn people without causing panic, how to protect everyone.
It sounds like a disaster movie plotline.
But it's real planning, very scientific apparently. No need for Bruce Willis, thankfully.
Huh, right. So in their simulation, they had this hypothetical asteroid, pretty big, 300 to 800 feet long.
Oh.
And at first, the chance of it hitting in 2020 was low, like 2%. But as they played out the scenario over fake months, the odds went up 65%, then 100%.
Oh, wow. So it was definitely going to hit in the simulation.
Yep. November 2017 was the impact date in the exercise, aimed at Southern California or just off the coast.
And the scientists involved figured out the impact zone, how many people affected, infrastructure damage, all that stuff you'd need to know.
Exactly. And a big part was also, how do you tell the public? What's the best way to communicate something like that?
It does make you wonder, is this just science getting better at spotting things? Or is there, as the source kind of hints, maybe something specific driving this urgency now?
Well, the sources frame it as a necessary step. Planetary defense finally getting serious attention. But yeah, they also note that to the public it might seem sudden.
An executive order, new warning systems, NASA and FEMA running drills. You can see why people might ask, why now?
Is there something they're not telling us, or are they just finally doing the responsible thing?
Could be both, maybe. Preparedness catching up, awareness growing, but moving from just talking about it to actually running coordinated simulations like that NASA FEMA one, that feels significant.
Like a turning point.
Yeah, like a global acknowledgement that these aren't just movie plots anymore. They're real potential threats that need serious coordinated planning. It changes what planetary defense even means.
So quite a journey today. We went from glowing lights over Italy back to that incredible 1954 Florence Stadium sighting,
To a potential portal in a bedroom in Jamaica.
and then landed on NASA and FEMA planning for asteroid impacts.
It's an incredible range.
But the thread running through it all, like you said earlier, it's us, humans, bumping up against the unknown.
Exactly. Whether it's thousands seeing something weird in the sky, one person facing the inexplicable in their home, or governments planning for cosmic dangers. These things, they all push us to rethink what's real, what's possible, and how prepared we actually are. I mean, what does it say about our current moment that we're seriously discussing and even planning for this incredibly diverse set of possibilities? From maybe interdimensional events to asteroid defense, it sort of blurs all the lines, doesn't it, between science, personal experience, government action?
It absolutely does. It really encourages you, encourages all of us to keep digging, keep asking questions, and apply that critical thinking to everything we hear and see.
Keep exploring.
Definitely. So until next time on The Deep Dive, keep looking up and keep questioning.